A neat thing about GitHub and GitHub Projects is it gives us several different ways to look at our data, our project data. We can look at the roadmap view or a traditional Scrum board view or kind of like more like a spreadsheet view where we can do quick entry. All of these have their benefits, but of course, one big benefit is the integration of one to another. In Scrum, we realize complexity and also the need for flexibility in our project. And so we don't tend to plan out many years in advance. Instead, we tend to plan out maybe a sprint in advance. Nonetheless, it's a good idea to kind of just sketch things out and get an idea of where we're going to be so that we can kind of rough out what our annual plan is going to be and what our quarterly plan is going to be, which is really a lot of times what an organization wants to know. This is very possible in GitHub with Roadmap View. What we need to do is create a couple of date fields on our tickets and then tell the roadmap view which one to use as a begin date and which one to use as an end date. And then we'll set up a little diagram that will show us our goals of when we want to have this complete. And of course, we can mix this with other things as well, like milestones, which might represent a release. So you notice here we have several tasks here, and then there's this option for date fields. And it says no start date and no target date, which means, well, I want to map this out on this calendar view where I have, at the time of this recording, July 2023, and then I have the days laid out here. But, oh, by the way, I'm not sure what fields to use. So I can, and let me be a little more specific there. You notice if we go into one of our tasks, there aren't any fields that describe date here. It's actually fairly minimalist. So let's go ahead and choose new field. And we're going to call this one start date. Have type date, and we'll choose save. And for start date, we'll make it this new start date field. Now let's go ahead and do a new field, and we'll say target date and field type date and choose save. And then for target date, naturally, we're going to choose target date. Now, let's go back and refresh the screen I was just looking at where we have our create specimen data. And watch closely here as I refresh and scroll down just a bit. And under projects create specimen, notice that I now have a prompt for start date and target date. And those are the names that I chose. I really could have chosen anything. So for start date, let's go ahead and say July 10th. And for target date, let's say this task we estimate will take about a week, so we'll say July 14th. And now with that, we'll go back to our create specimen. And you notice, I didn't even need to refresh that. Looks like it appeared automatically. And I have create specimen data starting on the 10th, ending on the 14th. I can take one of these, and you notice that actually I can just kind of drag it out here. And it will update those dates for me based on where I place this item. So we can set up a little dependency graph here, or kind of just some idea of when do we think we can, what quarter do we think we might have this wrapped up? Or even more importantly for our developer friends, what are our prerequisites so we make sure that you don't start on something and then get blocked. Let's take a look at this spike, which I just did the drag and drop on here. Let's take a look at its fields. And if I go down to create specimen and expand, we see start date July 15th, target date July 21. And again, those are just the dates that I happen to drag and drop on. So definitely very functional, very usable way to kind of get that overview of your project.